Hey guys, today I am back here with another video. Today we're going to be doing a little discussion about Mason Greenwood. This kid turned up, was killing it in the under 23s last season. Man was bagging 34 goals in like 34 games. It was ridiculous. And I mean, no, it wasn't last year. I think it was the year before where like he was continuing to play well and he got promoted and he started playing and scoring. This guy couldn't stop scoring against some semi decent opposition, but the fact that he was just scoring so consistently at such a young age, it was pretty impressive. I can't lie. He racked up about 22 goals in 49 appearances and 5 assists at the age where most people are still like in their final year of A levels. To be producing those kind of numbers is better than some like strikers right now. Like some strikers don't even put up those kind of numbers. Like, it's ridiculous. His his ability to just find the back of the net consistently was crazy last season. His shot power that he has in his left foot, it's like that he's ambipedal. I think that's how you say it, or ambidextrous. I can't remember what the word is. The fact that this guy can just like, if he's tired of using his left, he can just use his right for the rest of the game. Do you know how mad of a flex that is? Do you know how much of a headache that is for defenders? Because as a fullback, you always get told to show a winger onto his like left or right or his weaker foot. Do you know what I mean? Like Greenwood for us at times has been playing mostly on the right wing as an inverted winger, and just like as a defender, you can't really show him onto any foot. You just have to kind of hope that whatever foot he goes on, he scuffs his shot. Like it must be stress to play against him. Like that's probably one of his biggest pros. I think his finishing. But then again, I feel like his ability to create half a yard of space for himself is also up there with like some of the best young talents. I think it's probably not like the best, but he's definitely up there in terms of how he uses step overs effectively to create that kind of yard of space to get that shot off. Is pretty impressive and it's fun to watch. I remember watching him in the preseason against Inter Milan. The way this guy just had the audacity to just pull off roulettes, step overs. The fact that he scored, I think it was our only goal that game as well. Like just a little step over and then shot. Like the confidence, the audacity this guy has to just pull these off. Like I personally practice a lot of step overs, and then in game I just don't have the audacity to pull them off. I just don't. I just do not like practicing them in training is one thing, but being able to pull them off in a game situation successfully, consistently is very impressive. This season, his finishing's kind of not been as good. He's not been as clinical, but I feel like he's young, so he's still got time to improve that and get his kind of develop some consistency and improve his performances. I feel this season does show that he's still got a lot of stuff to work on. I think one of them is decision making. Uh, you're probably like, okay, well, he got 22 goals last season. Why are you chatting about decision making in my ears, bro? 5 assists, all right? 5 assists is all right, considering he's not really a forward, but at the same time, I mean, he's not really a strike. He's not really a winger, but he's been playing on the wing for most of us. Do you know, most of our games. Do you know what I mean? And if he's gonna be, until he's ready to be like an out striker, he's still got to develop his creative side of the play. Like a lot of forwards today, like the best forward in the world right now was probably Harry Kane or Lewandowski. Well, let's take Harry Kane for example, one of the top forwards. If this guy's not shooting all game, he can still pick out a pass. Do you know what I mean? Like he still offers something. Martial last season when he was firing, he wasn't just firing as well. He could link up play quite well with his flicks. It was one touch, 1-2s and that. Like Greenwood needs to, as an inverted winger, He needs to work on kind of his crossing. Like he can cross when he wants. He showed that in the assist he got for Bruno Fernandes's goal against Brighton last season. He needs to work on once he's created that yard of space to realize he can't always just shoot. He's got to actually cross, like crossing and passing, like key passes, crossing. He needs to produce more. I think create more chances rather than just focus on trying to create that half a yard for himself. He's got that striker selfishness, which is good, but this season it's definitely hampered him. Like there was a time in the Leipzig game where he could have passed it to Rashford, but instead he shot and he scuffed his shot. It's like, of course, if he scored, I wouldn't be saying that. But it's just an example. Do you know what I mean? There's opportunities for him this season, especially where he needed to pass it, but he just hasn't. But I think over time, with works like if he puts the work in training and practices more, he can definitely develop that creative side and expand to being more than just a goal scoring inverted winger. He can definitely develop more on that creative side, but it takes time, takes practice. But I think he's definitely got the potential to offer even more as an inverted winger. I think another part of his game he needs to work on is his runs. Like there was one time this season where Bruno Fernandes picked up the ball. I think it was in the Leipzig game, and he just stood there and he waited. He had a good 5 seconds, 5 to 10, 15 seconds maybe, to pick out a pass. And Greenwood just stood there asking for it to feet when he couldn't receive it because there was like maybe one or two midfielders that kind of blocked the passing lane. But he could have made a run inside, and Bruno could have picked it out. And then Bruno played it, I think, to Tellers or something, or played it backwards, and he just shouted it like towards Greenwood, and Greenwood was asking for it to feet. And it was just like little things like that. There's been times this season where he hasn't been making runs when he's needed to. I just think if he learns to improve his kind of off the ball movement, that would definitely create so much more opportunities for him to score. And I think that's something he needs to work on a lot. So, because on the ball, Mason Greenwood's amazing, but off the ball, he definitely needs to work on his decision making and his knowing when to make a run, knowing when to come to feet, etc. I think when he develops that part of his game, he'll become an even deadlier striker, I think. Because a striker that knows when to make runs, when to come to feet, just will help the team massively in terms of coming out against pressing teams and building up against deep blocks, etc., etc. So, yeah, Mason Greenwood last season, incredible. This season, not so much, but there's still potential for him to improve. He just has to work on those things that I mentioned in terms of chance creation and off the ball movement and certain decision making in certain key areas. But yeah, I think that's my summary on Greenwood. A player that last season was fantastic, this season not so much, but still has potential to be something very, very special for United. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I shall see you very, very soon. Au revoir.